Right, hello guys. Well, I thought I'd do a little video on a new soldering iron station I bought off eBay. Now, I'm still going to be using my older one because that one cost me about nearly £100. But this other one I bought was quite cheap. And I'll show you in a second. Now, this is the one I've been using doing projects. This one here. So I just bought myself cut soldering iron tips because they were, well, the one I had was kind of like getting worn out. Now, the one I've just got in the post is this one. YihuA. I can't even pronounce it. I think it's YihuA. Something like that. No, I've not done a review on it or anything like that. Let me just put the camera there for a minute. Move my old one out of the way. See, that one's still plugged in. Right, so it comes with a power cord, which you have to plug in. Oh, it is. I thought that's the power cord. That ain't the power cord. Power cord's out at the back here. Right, so it's got a built-in power cord. You ain't got to plug nothing in. Well, I'm not actually going to do any soldering just yet, but I'm going to just quickly plug it in for a second. Now, it comes with the gun, and what you do is you've got 3 different types of vent things. You just plug one in there, and then you've got a screw and nut. Like so. Make sure you tighten it all the way, so otherwise when it gets hot it's going to just fall off. How far you got to tighten it up, I've got no idea. You need a pair of pliers or something to grip it with. Right, so that's that. Right, I'm not too keen using this because it's only got like this what you can use. So that can always fall down. So I'm not going to be using that much until I find a secure way of doing it. Actually, you've got some screws on this side which is loose. So maybe it might be for that. Let me have a look. because there's no screws on that side. So maybe they've done it so you can actually remove the screw and put it on the other side. So we can give that a quick try out. Yeah, it's got different angles to it by looks of things. It's a soldering iron thing that's just gone on the floor. Doesn't look like it's. Just put it on my lap. So it don't look like it's sits properly. And the holes don't even fit in there properly. So I don't know why that is. Gotta be careful, because I don't want to scratch it up in case it don't work. Because I could turn around and say, no, it's scratched, and I'm not going to replace it. But it's got holes on both sides by looks of things, so you can either replace this on the left side or the right side. I'm not going to use the heat gun today, but we'll see what it's like. Right, with the soldering iron bit, it comes with one of these, a plate, and a little bit of cloth you can wet up. Goes in there. Soldering iron in there. So when you turn it on, this one, right, you've actually got an on-off switch at the back as well. Right there. So you'd need to turn that on first. That is noisy, man. Right, you've got a kind of a controller there. I suppose that operates the fan. Right, that's actually operating that one. I've got tangled up here. Sorry about this, guys. So that's operating that. I'm not sure what this does. No, that does the temperature. So yeah, I think that's for, yeah, that's the heat gun. But I don't really want to be using the heat gun right now, as I say. So that it will turn off. And this is the soldering iron, which I just turned on. Very noisy though. Didn't expect to be noisy. And I suppose this is the soldering iron temperature. So you can adjust the temperature to the soldering iron. It's getting hot, so it's working. But that is noisy, man. Oh, why has that just gone off? Oh, maybe because it's oh right, it's maybe it's got a shut off point. Yeah. So if you're not using it, it shuts off, I suppose, when you turn that off. That's good, that's good. Because then you ain't going to have all this bloody horrible vibration. So when you're using the gun, you're going to have this horrible vibration. And I suppose that's the air, what's flowing out of it. You can turn up to like 500. And I won't do what I'm doing, because that is getting hot. Yeah, you can see the steam coming out right now. Oh, that is warm. But be right for a nice cold night. So that's all shut down. That will probably just like cool down eventually. But you just always just turn it off. Although it's still running at the background, it will shut down after a little while. I'm pretty sure of that. I think it just needs cooling down. And the soldering iron is hot. Now, I ain't got no solder at hand at the moment, so I won't do a test on the soldering iron. But this actually only cost £40. So if you're interested in one, I'll put the link in the description below on eBay. This is the cheapest one I saw at £40. They originally go up to like £60, £70. And the thing is, I asked the guy if he could send it out straight away because I needed it urgently, and he said, "Let's see what we can do." And would you believe, it's not taking 2 days. You know, being the weekend as well. I ordered it Friday, I sent it out Saturday, and I got it today. And they did state it would probably take about a week. So I'm glad about that. It's from Greenwood's. It's a 2-in-1 dual. There we go. It shuts off after a while. So 2-in-1 dual display soldering station, hot air gun, soldering iron kit. UK standard. They've actually gone up to £45 now. I originally paid £40 for my one. Let me have a look. Yeah. There you go, £40. Right there. You click on there. It's now £45.18. So they've added a bit of money on top, maybe for the postage. I don't know. Maybe they thought, well, you know, it's going to cost more to ship out postage-wise. But yeah, it's still a very good price, because my other one I showed you cost me £100 just for that small one when I bought it a couple of years ago. Yeah, £45. There is another seller, which could still be the same seller, because, like, you know, some of these sellers have got dual accounts. £49.99, 54, 52. There's another one similar to it. Well, actually, it's the same one, I think, but just blue colour. £59. 46, 66, 60 pound, 57. So for a station like this, you're talking around about between 40 and 65 pound. So, you know, as I say, it's not bad, like, little deal. I'll still be using my other one when I need to. Turn that down, turn that off, because I ain't going to be using soldering iron yet. Well, and when you turn it off, the LCDs flash, probably just letting you know it's shutting down, I suppose. So, you know, the company got it out rather quickly for me, so I'm happy about that. 2 days, posted it Saturday, I think it was. Let me see when I actually ordered it. So I ordered it on 23rd, 24th, 25th. So I ordered it on Thursday. Yeah, so, you know, 3 days. That's still pretty good, really. I'm pretty chuffed about it. Now, when you put things away, guys, make sure that they aren't hot. No, don't do what I'm doing, because that is still hot. That is still bloody hot. So, you know, keep it to one side, away from kids. Don't let kids near it, because they will burn their fingers. I would advise you to wear a pair of gloves if you've got a pair of gloves. But, you know, where I'm going to be desoldering a lot of boards, I'll probably be using this quite a bit as well later on. Make sure that this gun is always secure. That's why I put it as a slant. You know, if they made it a bit more slanted, a bit more bendier, then it won't come off. I'm not seeing any faults with it at the moment, apart from when you turn it on. It's turned on. It was actually turned on to about 6. So that's why it vibrated really badly. And I suppose what that vibration is the air traveling through the pipe when it's actually heating up the gun itself. So that's probably what it is, the flow of the actual, although it's turned off, it's still flashing. If I unplug it, it's probably turn off. Yeah, it's just probably flashing and letting you know that there's still power probably going through. So yeah, as I say, like, I won't be using that much, the gun. Well, I've got a load of boards I can strip apart now. I've been waiting for this to try to strip some boards apart, but I've got a few other things I'm going to be doing first. Yeah, as I say, if Dave was make this a little bit more slanted, or, like, you know, keep it as it is, but this bent down a little bit more. I suppose I could do it myself, as long as I don't snap the metal holder. Or otherwise I could just have it so it's sitting upwards like that, but then if it's straight, it's going to slide down easily. So that way it's going to be more secure, I suppose. So I'll leave it as it is like that. But yeah, the link for one of these, if you're interested, is £40, £45 now. Pretty good price if you think about it. My other one there originally cost me £100 when I bought it. I think it was 100. So and I've just checked the soldering iron tips for that, which is one of these, because I ordered a couple of soldering iron tips for this last week. These do actually fit the soldering iron for that as well. So, no, you ain't going to be kind of like without soldering iron tips. They only come with one tip, which is a bit of a shame. and it's a more of a pointy tip, which I don't really like using. So I changed over the tips. It's the one it came with. It's just like a pointed one, and I don't really like the pointed ones because they just don't seem right for me. So that goes in the bag, and I've got a spare one here, and then I've got another new spare one in here, plus my old one. So I'm pretty sure I might be able to salvage my old one, give it a bit of a clean up maybe. So they can all go into one bag. So that's the new toy I got. So I hope you enjoyed the little review. It comes in quite a big box actually. The box is about that big. You know, plenty of room. You know, the old styrofoam inside it. It comes with a manual as well. Tells you a little bit about replacing parts on the soldering iron. And it's page 11 onwards, I think. No, it actually goes from page 7 onwards. Safety rules, warning, about the series. Gives you a little bit of information about different series. It's a 660 watt usage, operating instructions, programming, height, speed, tracking, terms of use, display notes, usage notes, replacement parts instructions. So it looks like you can get parts for it, and at the back it gives you a nice big list of what soldering iron tips and heat gun adapters you can use. Now I'm only going to be using the ones that I would buy on eBay anyway. So right, so these screws, 2 screws, 2 nuts, are for the heads. And the heads will go in my drawer. That will go in my drawer. And that's it. So cheers for watching, guys. I hope it was kind of informative. So the link should be down below if you want to get one. It was £40, but it's now gone £45.18, which I still think is a pretty good deal, especially with a heat gun. I don't know what the heat gun's going to be like until I try it later on. I will need to get a piece of like timber across my table, because otherwise it's just going to burn my table up, and I don't want that happening. So it's one thing I need to do, see if I can go out and find some timber somewhere. Right, cheers, catch you later.